Shalom, giving all praises and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash, double honors unto the elders and apostles of great millstone that rule well. Shalom to all that argue and that are teaching this word around the globe with faith and truth and sincerity. I'm the Brother Caleb from the GMS England. London forecasters came back for another lesson to help edify the Lord's elect. I always like to start my videos by saying that we are the real Hebrew Israelites. And the real Israelites, these are called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians, West Africans predominantly. But you will find Israelites that do look like the other nations, because we have been scattered amongst all people through our various captivities. But if your seed line by your forefathers goes back to the man in the Bible that was named Israel, then you too are an Israelite, no matter what you may look like. Because Numbers chapter 1 and the 18th verse says that your nationality is determined by the lineage of your forefathers. So I've got an article that I just saw last night and I was reading it just now from the Daily Mirror. A couple of news papers have picked this up, but this particular article is from the Daily Mirror. It says that a man dies from rare flesh-eating bacteria after eating raw oysters from a food stand. Now, for those of you who have been in the truth for any length of time, should understand that there's a dietary law. Now, there's certain things that the Most High permitted us to consume and eat, and there's certain things which are forbidden for us to consume and eat. One of the things which is forbidden for a man to consume and eat is oysters. You know, if you want to eat fish or seafood, really the only type of seafood you're supposed to be eating are fish with fins and scales. So you're not supposed to be eating things like prawns, lobsters, crabs, shrimps, oysters, as you've got here, because these were not designed to be consumed. These were designed to clear the filth from the ocean, just like the way that a pig is designed to clear the filth off of a farm. You're not supposed to eat swine's flesh. Likewise, you're not supposed to eat shrimps, crabs, lobsters, oysters, squids, octopus, all kinds of other madness. So this man got a judgment for doing just that. It says, man dies from rare flesh-eating bacteria after eating raw oysters from a food stand. The 54-year-old man from Missouri, excuse me. The 54-year-old man from Missouri became infected after eating the popular dish brought from a food stand at the St. Louis suburb of Manchester in the St. Louis County Public Health Department has said. The man has died after picking up a deadly flesh-eating bacteria from raw oysters from a food stand. The oysters were believed to have been infected before arriving at the food stand. The fatal bacteria, Vibrio vulnificus, can be picked up by humans by eating raw or undercooked oysters and other shellfish. So you're not supposed to be eating shellfish. The bacteria causes the disease fibrosis with symptoms including nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, fever and chills. Death is rare from fibrosis and usually occurs in people with a weakened immune system, health officials have said. Where are we? It says the department put a halt to the stand selling oysters and are encouraging people who have already bought them to throw them away. The man who died has not yet been identified. There is no evidence that the business did anything to contaminate the oysters, which were likely already contaminated when the establishment received them, the health department said in a news release. Health investigators are working to find out where the suspect oysters came from. The bacteria can be found in warm coastal waters, usually during the summer months according to the health department. It has been known to infect open wounds. It is responsible for more than 95% of the seafood-related deaths in the US. So if this shit is responsible for 95% of the seafood-related deaths, why are they still being sold to people? Why are people still consuming them? Why is Esau allowing this to happen? You know what? Because he is the devil, the deceiver, and he's not for your health, man. Esau's not for your health. He wants you to be dead and sick and destroyed, and he does everything contrary to the laws of the Most High. The CDC estimates that 80,000 people become sick from fibrosis and 100 people die from the infection in the United States every year. Look at that shit, man. I mean, that don't even look edible, man. Why on earth would anybody want to consume that shit? And the funny thing is that it's considered a delicacy in this society. You know, you go to these rich fucking Edomite high-class restaurants, like what's that in near Green Park and shit, central London, and this is on the menu, and people will pay a lot of money for this shit. It says there are fears rising that rising sea levels could push the infection further inland. As a result, it will be found in every state on the east coast in the United States. A new scientific study said, combined with growing and increased elderly population, annual case numbers may double. By 2081, 2021, V volcanic infections may be present in every eastern US state under medium to higher future emissions warming. Well, we ain't going to be here in 2081 or 21,000, Lord willing. Let me get a precept here. Bear with me, I'm just putting a precept. Leviticus 11 and 12. And you know, the wages of sin is death. So when you transgress the Most High's laws, that's your recompense, death. But to adhere to the laws leads to life. This is Leviticus. Starting from verse 7. And the swine, though it divideth a hoof, and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean unto you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass ye shall not touch, they are unclean to you. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters and in the seas and in the rivers, them ye shall eat. So, okay, good examples of that would be like tuna fish, salmon, mackerel, haddock, cod. You know, those are fish with fins and scales. You can consume those, and it's fine. It's lawful. But oysters don't have fins and scales. Lobsters don't have fins and scales. Crabs don't have fins and scales. What else have you got? Squid doesn't have fins and scales. Octopus doesn't have fins and scales. And what's that other one? I think they call it calamari. That doesn't have fins and scales. So it says, and all that have not, this is Leviticus 11 and 10, and all that have not fins and scales in the seas and the rivers, and all that move in the waters, and of anything which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. They shall be even an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses in abomination. Whatsoever have no fins nor scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you. So there you go. So you're not supposed to eat that shit. So just a quick hit, man, through the spirit. Just got to respond to this through the scriptures. Yeah, so no fins and scales, you ain't supposed to be eating it. So with that, giving all praises and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of great will stand it rule well. Shalom to you, Akim, teaching this word of faith and truth and sincerity. I'm out for this one, and I'll catch you on the next. Shalom for now. Wa Abba Welcome, Shalom.